Hello, in this video we're going to carry out activity 14 in the BrightSparks for Kids guide. This activity we're going to make a security alarm. First of all, we're going to use two cell and cell holders here. So we can see that we have our circuit symbol here, and we can see that we have a black negative terminal and a red positive terminal. Our batteries are 1.5 volts. So we have two, and we're going to put them into series. So that means that we will have a 3-volt supply for our circuit. Our next component is switch. So we can see our flick switch here. We can see our circuit symbol, and we have two yellow terminals, and that means that we can wire in our switch either way round. A flashing LED, a flashing light emitting diode. We can see our circuit symbol here, and we can see that we have a black negative terminal and a red positive terminal. On this component, it's very important that we wire it in correctly. This component will only work if the polarity is correct. Next we have a buzzer. You can see our circuit symbol here, and again we have a black negative terminal and a red positive terminal, and that tells us that we must wire it in the correct way for this buzzer to work. Next component is a white LED, a white light emitting diode. And we have a black terminal here, a negative terminal, and a red positive terminal here. You can see our circuit symbol. And we're going to put that with our buzzer. So this is going to be our security light. And once again, with LEDs, we must make sure that we wire that in correctly, otherwise it won't work. And our final component is a magnetic switch. So you can see our circuit symbol here, and you can see that it has two yellow terminals, which means that we can wire this either way around. But the important thing to describe about our magnetic switch, which is also called a reed switch, is that we have this glass tube here, and within the glass tube we have two metal contacts, and normally they're apart. Which means that our switch is open. But if you pass a magnet over the top of our reed switch, it will cause these contacts to close, and then that will mean that our switch is closed and our switch will work. You normally find magnetic switches in alarm systems. So now we're going to wire this circuit up. So first of all, I'm going to start with the cells. So we're going to put a lead from our black negative terminal of our first cell into our switch. I've left the switch open. Next we're going to go for a lead from our red positive terminal on this cell to our black negative terminal on the second cell. Then we have a lead from our red positive terminal of our cell into the red positive terminal of our flashing LED. So already we have wired our cells in series. The next lead I'm going to put in from our second terminal on our switch over to the black negative terminal of our flashing LED. And what we can do, we can just test that this works first of all. So hopefully you can see that our our red flashing LED is working. So just by doing that, we've already checked that all the components so far in our circuit are working. So we're going to put our buzzer and white LED in parallel through our positive terminals. So we put our lead in from our positive terminal in our red flashing LED to the positive terminal of our buzzer, and then we put another lead in from our positive terminal of our buzzer into the positive terminal of our white LED. Now, this is where we're going to incorporate our magnetic switch. We're not going to put that in parallel directly across these components. We have to connect it off to the side. So we'll put a black lead in here in our negative flashing LED, and we're going to put a lead connector into that terminal, the first terminal of our magnetic switch. Next, we're going to put black lead into the second terminal of our magnetic switch, and now this lead we're going to plug into the black negative terminal of our buzzer. So now we've incorporated our magnetic switch, and we've connected our buzzer. Now we have to connect the buzzer in parallel, or connect our white LED in parallel to our buzzer. So a black lead from our black negative terminal to the black negative terminal on our white LED. Okay, so now our circuit is complete. So if I flick our main switch on, you can see that we have our flashing red LED working. Now we're going to test our magnetic switch. So the scenario would be perhaps that this would be on a window. Perhaps someone's breaking in. What I've done, I have a little ruler here, and I've attached a neodymium magnet onto my ruler, and I'm just going to pass it over our magnetic switch. So that would show that perhaps someone is opening a door, opening a window, and it's triggering our buzzer and our white LED. So our white LED could be a searchlight, an outside floodlight, and we have our alarm here. Now what I'm going to do, there is another component that I can put in. I can swap the buzzer. There's a component here, we have a siren. So this might sound more like a conventional burglar alarm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect the buzzer. I've switched the circuit off. And we're just going to put this siren in. So again, we just plug it in just as we would do with the buzzer. I'll switch the circuit on. See, you can see a bit clearer that the red flashing LED is working here. So that lets us know that our circuit is operating, that our circuit is live. And now I'm going to put our magnet over the magnetic switch. So there you go. So we've created a security alarm using these components.